up?
Закрыто.
Okay, closed.
Антон?
Anton, how about you?
Нет.
Not yet.
Спокойненько, не спеши.
Do not hurry. Take your time.
Закрыто.
Okay, now close.
Олег, БСС ставил в положение
Okay.
2 закрыто.
Oleg, transition BSS into position O2 closed.
Выставлен.
Okay, it's in
Давление в скоростях,
position.
скажите мне.
Could you report the pressure in the spacesuit?
0,37.
037038 for me.
2 оставляю по дисплею.
And the pressure involves prime.
Давление
And the pressure of what?
2 оставляю.
O2 prime. I'm talking
409 у первого.
of
409.
409 EV1 and EV2. Copy.
Хорошо.
Okay, that is all good.
Спасибо за отличное шлифование.
Okay, thank you very much for successful
На обратном удачно.
defrost, and we'll talk to you on your way back. Have a good work day. Thank you.
Control team on the ground in Russia, talking with the crew inside the piers, getting ready to head out for their spacewalk.
Привет, Миша.
Hello, Misha. Hi.
Today's spacewalk will start officially when the hatch on the piers opens.
Viewing.
А его, я.
Well, we're ready to work.
Как обычно.
As usual. Nothing new.
Отлично, принято.
That's great, copy. Let's go.
Скажите мне, пожалуйста, какое сейчас, Олег, там на вакууметре давление?
Oleg, what is the pressure per manual pressure gauge?
Я же отвернул.
I already turned away from manual pressure gauge. Let me turn back.
Давление
Pressure
12,5.
12.5. Copy. It's hovering around 13. 13.
Добро на открытие люка, проведите
Copy.
американского оборудования.
When we are waiting for go to open hatch, we're going to perform audit of the U.S. equipment.
Начнем прямо с тебя, как принял.
Oleg, let's start with you. Okay, I don't mind. Let's do it.
УТИ и свинар на нем.
Так, на мне.
Одна штука.
OTA. Yes, I got it. One.
На свинар.
It's on swing arm, installed on tool caddy, secured with wire.
Динозавр.
Okay, tool caddy, dinosaur cutters on red. One open red,
Фотоаппарат.
and camera that's also secured by red.
Принято.
That's it.
Ретов смол у тебя должно быть 3 штуки.
You should have 3 red
Один свободный.
items. One is open, one is secured to the dinosaur cutters,
И все, и какой еще?
and that's it. Which other one should I have?
При установке у тебя там должно быть.
When you were installing it, you had a red when you were assembling it for the radiogram.
While they wait for the
Не знаю, смотри.
go to open the hatch on the piers, crew's going through some of their tools, making sure they've got everything they need, including some tools that
Вроде все.
they're using from the U.S. side of the station. Among them, 2 tool caddies and a couple of digital cameras. And they're also both going to be wearing on their helmet cameras that
I thought we were
ones used during U.S. spacewalks
available.
that will give us a view of what they're actually working on.
Okay, we can suspend the
Ты у нас
audit.
Антон у люка.
Anton is near the hatch. We got to go for a hatch closure,
Ручка.
hatch opening. Make sure all the handles are extended and closed. Okay, handles are closed.
Выкручено. 4.
All 4.
Принято.
Okay, copy.
К открытию устанавливаем.
Let's start opening.
Устанавливаем на замок ключ.
Install wrench on the lock.
Crew now has the go to open the hatch on the piers. Again, when it is open, that will start the clock on today's spacewalk.
Okay, I got the wrench.
Положение работа.
Okay, I'm applying the wrench.
Темно.
It's dark outside, but it's getting lighter.
Сейчас выйти, у вас уже светло будет.
Okay, when you egress, it's going to be light. Okay.
Ты потом отцепишь мне, да?
You're going to release the tether and hand it to me, okay?
Ручку вставил.
I inserted the handle.
Ключ открытия люка по стрелке открыто.
Okay, ready to open the hatch along the open arrow.
Все, ролики вышли.
The rollers are out. Copy.
Ручки толкателя на себя до упора.
The pusher
Принято.
handle, pull all the way to a stop. Copy. Monitoring pressure.
Открываю.
What is the pressure right now, guys?
Так, разворачиваюсь.
Okay, and opening the hatch, turning around. The pressure is 5 millimeters.
Принято.
Copy.
Если там остановится на каком-то значении, можно немножко...
If it stops at some point,
Тоже постучал.
you can tap on it on the pressure gauge
Строится.
and see if it stabilizes anymore. Okay, I already tapped on it, and let's see if the hatch would budge.
На эту ручку нажми, подержи ее.
Can you hold the handle a little longer?
Антон, ручку на
The one you use to release pressure? Yeah, actually, Anton, pull the handle all the way to a stop so that we can gradually release the pressure rather than abruptly. Okay?
Давление 5.
The pressure is stable at 5, not moving any.
Олег, можешь по стеклению на вакууметре легонько постучать, там может стрелка.
Олег, can you tap on the glass on the pressure gauge and see if it
Приоткрывается, обратно закрывается. Тянилось себе. 3 мм.
stabilizes anymore? Yeah, I already tapped on it, and now it's stable at 3 millimeters. And the hatch moves a little bit, and then it closes back up. Copy.
Вот стучать не надо, давление около нуля.
Принято.
Okay, and even without tapping, the pressure is at 0 now. Copy. And Anton, are you able to open the hatch?
Все, открыл.
Yeah, the hatch is open.
Принято.
Copy.
Перемещаем карабин.
Now the adjustable tether moves the hook
На ней кронштейн.
to the panel, which you see first,
Другой на вот.
onto the bracket. So basically, one remains attached to the handle on the hatch, and the other...
As you heard, the crew reports that they've got the hatch on the Piers docking compartment open now. That marks the beginning of today's spacewalk, and that call came at 8:31 a.m. Central Time. Spacewalk scheduled to last about 6 hours today.
Feet towards the
And
hatch.
Oleg Kononenko
Can you turn...
and Anton Skaplerov now getting started on it.
So, there's more room there. Excellent. Now much better. Anton, can you give me the hook, please?
Так,
Олег, Антон, значит, сейчас
Oleg and Anton,
выберите слабину.
when you
Включайте камеры.
open the hatch all the way
Чтобы было понятно, как он.
and go ahead and turn on your cameras and then
хорошо.
try to face each other
Антон, давай я отстегну его. Я тут...
just to get adjusted.
Давай чуть-чуть.
Okay, and sublimator. Anton, could you pull the hatch just a little bit towards yourself?
Да вот. Тут ключ стоит, он упирается в меня.
Yeah, the hatch opening aid is basically pressing against me, so it doesn't allow it to move anymore.
Достал? Еще нет пока.
Is it in? No, not yet. Okay, and I'd like to turn around somehow. Oleg, can you give me an idea of what is happening there? Yeah, the tether is detached, and it's reattached to the bracket, as you said, and I'm going to adjust its slack. The slack is adjusted. Copy. And the hatch is fully open. Cannot go any further. Okay, now the ring. Oleg and Anton. I'd like you to turn on the camera at this time. Okay, turn on the cameras. Copy.
Oleg Kononenko and Anton Shkaplerov working to get situated before they actually leave the Piers docking compartment and get to work. She heard they're being asked to turn on the cameras. They're both wearing helmet cameras lent from the U.S. side of the station, so hopefully we'll be getting a view of them soon.
Power cycle, the green light is on again. Copy. Don't do anything with it just yet. Anton, what's happening with you?
And today's spacewalk started at 8:31 a.m. Central Time when the hatch on the Piers was open. And it's scheduled to last about 6 hours. The crew's going to be focusing, first of all, on the relocation of one of the Strela cranes that's attached to the Piers, moving it to the Poisk Mini Research Module 2, and then also installing 5 debris shields on the Zvezda Service Module. If they have time in their 6 allotted hours, they'll also perform some get-ahead tasks that could include an experiment takes them to the Zvezda module where they'll be
we're installing the protective ring.
Taking samples from underneath insulation to see if there's any living organisms under there. Another possible get-ahead task could be the installation of some support struts on the ladder used by spacewalkers by the Piers docking compartment. And also they might have time to put out another experiment. This one actually called
okay, so I'm going to turn
Endurance.
It's all the way to
that would be installed on the Poisk Mini Research Module and would expose some metal samples to space.
Go ahead and do the same on your side. You could probably situate yourself a little bit better. Yeah, and if you look at the cord that is routed from the protective ring, it needs to be clear of the seal surface so that it's not in your way when you move out of the hatch. Copy, and it's out. It's completely clear of the interface. And Anton, are you finished with your set? Oleg, could you turn on your sublimator, please, because your temperature is kind of getting high. So go ahead and turn on your sublimator at this time. Copy. All right. The handle is down, and the sublimator is on. Copy, Oleg.
Давай.
Okay, and Anton's side is installed, so the protective ring is fully in and installed. Copy. One more time, guys. The cord from the protective ring, is it anywhere near the attachment surface? It's away, but it keeps coming out. So should we maybe rotate the protective ring somehow so it does get into the opening of the hatch? Yeah, it keeps getting in and out. Okay, can you secure it onto the side somehow so that it's not in your way when you come out? Okay, copy. All right, how about we rotate the protective ring Anton, you rotate towards me, and I will rotate towards you. One more time. It's getting closer to your end. Anton, a little bit more. Is it stuck any? All right, let's take it off. Yeah, it's really not desirable, guys, to turn it while it's on the attachment surface. So if you can remove it and then turn it the way you would like to adjust it, then put it back in. Copy. That's what we're doing. All right, Anton, remove your end of the ring. See, it's somehow not budging because it's kind of towards the inner surface. It was installed just fine, started to turn it, Misha, and somehow it's tilted now.
Crew having a little bit of trouble with a protective ring that they install on the hatch sealing interface on the piers. That's one of the steps they need to go through before they can actually get out of the piers and get to work. So they're working through that with a team on the ground in Moscow.
It comes to a stop, and it's really, really tight. So basically, no matter how you install it, the cord is going to be in the way no matter what, right? Well, I'm trying to move it a little bit towards myself. Anton, could you push it towards me? Are you able to do it? No, the cord has no more slack left. It's tight all the way. Yeah, but Anton, can you take it out of the restraint next to where the protective ring was installed before we try to move it? No, it's not moving. It's not moving because the cord is holding it in place. It doesn't have any more slack. Misha, are you copying this? Misha? Yes, I'm here. If we install the protective ring such that the cord is not in our way when we egress the hatch, then we're unable to install the protective ring correctly. Okay, so the cord, it comes all the way, it's stretched out to a max, correct? Yes. I don't know if you can see it through my camera. I'm showing it to you. No, we copy. So basically, the two black marks do not match up, correct? No, not the way you want us to install it, where the cord would be out of our way and clear of the installation surface. And Gennady, can I go ahead and turn on my sublimator? Yes, Anton, go ahead and turn on your sublimator. Well, thank God. Okay, so should we install it the way it was installed to begin with, or should we try and move it anymore? Anton, can you see if that tether is keeping it tight and not able to be rotated? Is installed on the right handrail? Yes, it's on 3121 the way you told us. But if we would have attached it to the adjacent handrail, which is 3120, then we would have been able to install it the right way. Okay, copy. Go ahead and reinstall it the way it was from the very beginning. Copy. Anton, go ahead and move it towards me, please. All right, so let's turn around. And, Misha, was this cord ever replaced? No, it has never been removed. It's always been attached to this handrail. Okay, so never been removed. Copy. Anton, so let's take a more careful look around. Right now, it's just hanging freely. Maybe we can move it the other way, the opposite direction. Let me see where the latches are. Can't see them right now. Okay, where are the marks? Okay, I see the black mark that I'm working with, and I see the lock. So my end is in. Go ahead and close the latch. Is your latch closed? No, not really. Yeah, and the strap is out. Okay, and what is this strap that you were referring to? The cord that you were talking about, Misha. Anton, is your sublimator on? Yes, Anton turned on the sublimator. But yeah, I turned it on, but I don't feel anything. Anton, I set your temperature to 2, so you can adjust it accordingly. And Misha, this cord is kind of budging and has more slack if we turn it this way. If we turn it the way we were trying to turn it previously, then it stretches all the way to the max and does not budge anymore. Okay. Well, it is attached on the other end to the handrail, so it's not going to be in your way all the time. So, Anton, go ahead and proceed. Go ahead and take the...
Crew's still working on getting that protective ring installed correctly, making sure that a cord that's attached to it doesn't obstruct their passage through the Piers hatch. The International Space Station is currently about 258 miles above the South Atlantic Ocean, just off the coast of Argentina, and heading northeast towards the coast of Africa at this time.
Copy.
Today's spacewalk began at 8:31 a.m. Central Time, and once the crew gets out, they're going to begin work on relocating one of the 2 Strela cranes that's attached to the Piers docking compartment, getting that module ready for its eventual deorbiting and release from the station.
The first spring tether too.
You can see here where those cranes are located currently on the left-hand side of the screen.
Spring tether also.
And you can see how the cranes will be located at the end of this task, where the first of the 2 cranes will be installed on the Poisc Mini research module.
So, and then just a safety tether, I cannot reach. Misha, I need to egress all the way in order to reach. Just want to make sure that Vynosovas is securely attached and does not come off of the tether. I'm sorry, Anton, could you say your last, please? Yes, I'm trying to make sure that Vynosovas assembly does not come off the short tether to which it's currently secured. It's not going to be possible, Anton. You're okay. Happy. So, moving towards the first Strela. Anton, can you stop, please, for a second? For some reason, we're not receiving any view from your cameras. Could you try to make sure that they're actually on? I pressed the button. Anton, what's happening? Misha, are you hearing me? Yes, I have you loud and clear. Alec, how about you? Well, my light is still on. Okay, and I pressed my button, and the green light is no longer lit. And do I need to press it again? Yeah, it's basically like power cycling and turn it off and then turn it on again. Okay? Pressing the button one more time to turn it on. Okay, very good. Anton. So when you press the button and the green light comes on, we're not receiving the video yet, and we need to figure out where Strela 1 is located at this time and then move towards the mobile link 1. Copy.
Beginning to...
And, Misha, do you want me to power cycle my camera as well? No, you don't need to do that. I think you've done that before, Oleg, and just leave it the way it is right now. Copy.
Spacewalkers beginning now to actually leave the Piers docking compartment. Get ready to get to work on today's 6-hour spacewalk. Again, it started at 8:31 a.m. Central Time. So we are 18 minutes now into the 6-hour spacewalk.
Okay, so the first mobile link, and one of the tethers goes to the boom of Strela 1. Copy. And resilience or Venoslava assembly is installed on the first link of the mobile. The mobile link on the first Strela. Okay, and then I'm going to reattach or resecure the tether to the resilience or Venoslava experiment assembly tether. Yes, and you can install the other side, the other end to the same handrail. Yeah, can I do it on the adjacent handrail? Yes, that's fine.
It's difficult to make out in this view, but you can just see some movement at the top of the screen, just a little left of the center, where the crew is getting out of the hatch and beginning to get their tethers in the right configuration.
Can I squeeze by you? Anton, where's my tether? Can you check? And this one, meaning which one?
One of the things blocking them from view is one of the cranes they'll be working with today. That, again, is going to be their first task, to relocate one of the 2 Strela cranes that are used during spacewalks from the Piers docking compartment to the Poise Committee Research Module 2.
And, Misha, I am on the EV letter at this time. Copy. Anton started moving towards the second Strela. Okay, Anton, when possible, please keep us posted on where you are and what you see along your translation path. Anton, am I on your way at all? I am moving along the tethers that are situated around the hatch. Okay, Anton, did I understand correctly? You're moving across the circumferential handrails, correct? Yes, around the hatch. Copy.
Миша, упреждаем. Я этот фал отстегиваю, пристегиваю куда?
Misha, just a question ahead of time. This tether needs to be detached and reattached to where? Which tether are you talking about? The one on the Strela. Okay, Oleg, you are currently next to the grapple fixture of Strela 1, is that correct? No, I'm giving way to Anton right now, and then I'm going to move towards there. I'm just asking to when I actually get there. Yeah, there is a tether on the grapple fixture, and the other end of that tether needs to be secured to the strut with a ring. So that end needs to be attached to that ring.
Anton Shkaplerov, one of today's 2 spacewalkers coming into view here. Today is actually his his first spacewalk to be involved with, so he's getting his first chance to try translating outside the station in microgravity. And of course, he will be accompanied today by Oleg Kononenko, who is performing his third spacewalk. He's got 12 hours and 12 minutes of spacewalk time already under his belt from 2 spacewalks he conducted on during Expedition 17 in 2008.
Slidewire. Copy. And which tether did you use?
We also hope to get soon some helmet camera video from the 2 spacewalkers, giving us a closer look at what they're actually working on throughout the spacewalk.
Okay, so now I'm moving along the slide wire. Yes, and you will be translated towards the handrail. Yes, and I'm now next to the EV-2 hatch, the second EV hatch. Copy, and Alec, where are you? I am next to the base of the operator post.
And here is that promised helmet camera view. This one is actually coming from Shkaplerov as he makes his way towards the second Strela, the second of the 2 cranes attached to the Pier's docking compartment. The 2 spacewalkers are going to be difficult to tell apart today because they're both wearing Orlan spacesuits marked with a blue stripe. Those stripes are dictated by the number of the spacesuit. Even numbered suits get a blue stripe, and odd number get a red stripe. And these 2 suits both happen to be even numbered. So instead, we will be able to tell the difference between their helmet camera views by the number you can just make out embossed on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen.
And move towards
Shkaplerov will have a view marked with the number 18, and Oleg Kononenko will have a view marked with the number 20.
You need to use for your translation. Okay, well, I'm basically moving to where Anton went. And Anton went... Actually, can I translate behind the operator post? Anton, how did you get where you are? Олег. Yes, Misha. What do you have for me? Yeah. Олег, if you're not too far away from the hatch from which you egressed, please use the handrails that are next to the hatch. There's a lonely handrail, 3025. You can use it. Yeah, and actually that's the one I'm holding on to right now. Okay. The next handrail will be 3024, and it's going to bring you towards the circumferential handrails. Okay, and this is taking me away from the operator post. Is that correct, Misha? That is affirmative. Okay. Copy. So I am going to go the opposite way of where Anton translated. See, because I'm supposed to free up the first Strela, and then I'm going to be moving away from it. But when we actually came out, it turns out that it's better not to go away from it. Okay, so I reattached it, but I'm still looking at it, and it's probably going to take me under the boom. No, you don't need to go under the Strela. The circumferential handrails will lead you towards the grapple fixture, and then you are going to be...
You hear now from Oleg Kononenko's helmet camera. Again, his is marked with the number 20 embossed on the lower right-hand corner of the screen, as opposed to Anton Shkaplerov's, who is using a camera marked number 18.
Okay, and Anton, how are you doing? Okay, so I am next to the mobile link. On the first Strela is the safety tether of the mobile link, and one of the hooks is attached to the boom itself. And one end of the tether is attached to the handrail on the boom. Yes, and Anton, this hook now needs to be attached to the handrail on the boom, which is the closest to the grapple fixture. That's correct, and that's the circumferential handrail. And this is the tether that is securing the mobile link. Copy. Then go ahead and install the tether on the grapple fixture of the mobile link at this time, Anton. The tether is installed. Copy. Into the eyelet on the grapple fixture, and I am going to install the retainer or restraint at this time.
You can see Anton Shkaplerov here working with one of the two Strela cranes that's attached to the pier's docking compartment. Crew is working first of all to get the first Strela ready for its detachment from pier so it can be reinstalled on the Poise Committee research module. To do that, Shkaplerov is releasing some tethers and other restraints holding it in place while
this is Gennady, actually.
Kononenko should be moving to the base plate so that he can get into place to actually control that Strela as they unfold it and telescope it out.
At the very bottom, but I am very comfortable.
We might raise it to 4. I have. Okay, thank you. Anton, everything is fine right now. You're on time. Anyhow, when you're done with all the activities, I suggest that you wait. Don't rush.
Так, вот это вот клеер идет, да, я просто скака.
Да, скака идет клеер, но тебе на него не нужно.
After...
Олег, видишь меня? Тебя вижу, ты этот постоператор.
After the SKK cassette, you've got the lanyard, but you don't need that.
Мне также дальше перемещаться по кольцу.
Your operator post is underneath your feet. So I need to continue on the circumferential handrail. Yeah.
На леер можно зацепить?
Can I attach to the lanyard after the SKK cassette? Yeah, you can. Good.
Так, иду.
Proceeding.
Дальше у тебя там вот недалеко лучевой поручень.
And you will have a radial handrail, which you can attach to.
Есть, получаем.
Misha, we're getting pictures. Excellent.
У тебя была ситуация с освобождением.
Could you tell us
поручня, на котором была закреплена первая стрела?
How well or easily did you release the tether from the handrail that it was attached to? Could you repeat your last well? Tell us how you released into your transportation configuration. I released easily, no problem. I thought that there would be some effort, but I moved it and it released. Misha, a question. My handle of the second Strela is in full open. As far as I recall, it should be open. When you install the extension, it's supposed to be in the middle position, the open position. But what about right now? Does it matter? Or shall I place it in that position?
Антон, у нас ручка замка такелажного узла должна быть.
Anton, the base handle should be in the open position. It's in full open. Well, move it to open. Set. The retainer is installed and hand tight. I'm getting a wrench and tightening, torquing it down. Before you do, which way is the screw facing that you're supposed to be tightening? There are inscriptions there. The inscription says full open. How copy? Copy. Good. It's going to be difficult for me to look up. Anton. Beautiful. Oleg, while Anton is working, find yourself a convenient position to operate the controls. It looks like I am okay, but when I raise my head, it's hard for me to see. It's always my left hand. I will have to rotate the controls with my left hand. We'll see. There's no rush. Well, then there will be no rush. The retainer is installed and tightened down. Copy. Misha, it depends on your body position. I was hoping to be head up, but I was the other way around. So when we went out the EVA hatch, I was hoping to go left. So when I rotated, the picture went upside down. My suggestion was for you to rotate with your feet towards the foot restraint. It's supposed to be underneath your feet. It's over my head right now. Am I removing the retainer rat? Yes, please. Rotated, Misha. This is more convenient, but still I have to raise my head high. Understood. It's better, but when I was on my side, it was great, except I would have had to operate with my left hand. We would like your tethers to be secured to different handrails. Okay. Your tether is around the circular handrail. You have the handrail close to yourself, underneath your left arm. We are talking about you. What about me? What I was saying is about the I can see that your tethers are secured to the same handrail. They should be secured to different handrails. They're different sections. Go and change that. I attached the short one to the Strela. What about the long one? Can I attach it to the lanyard on the Strela? Yes, you can. Securing the Strela. How copy? Copy.
View here from spacewalker and flight engineer Oleg Kononenko's helmet camera, looking down the Strela crane that he and Anton Shkaplerov are working to move off the Piers docking compartment. And also in this view at the top center of the screen, you can also see Shkaplerov as he works at the other end of the crane.
In my way. In getting to the snap hook. Copy. I am bearing against the foot restraint with my head. Is it folded or unfolded? I can see now. It's off. Copy. Where do I attach it? To the ring where the tether is attached to the base. So I leave the second one on. The second snap hook on. You can install a snap hook. Installed. Anton, please check your camera because we're not getting a picture.
Что теперь проверить на камере?
Do I need to check it now?
Выключи.
Oh, turn it off and turn it back on again.
Один раз нажал.
I pressed it once.
Еще раз нажми.
Press it once again.
Еще раз нажми. Вот второй раз.
Oh, the picture is back. Thank you. No problem.
Station moving out of range of video downlink for a little while. We should be getting a video back at around 9:35 a.m. Central Time.
Да, сейчас у нас было небольшое пропадание связи.
We had a calm dropout. Go ahead.
Поднимаю.
I'm raising it.
Даешь добро на поднимание?
Do I have a go to raise? Yes, please raise it 45 degrees.
Начали.
Raising.
Как инертность большая, Антон? Не знаю, нормально.
Is it okay, Anton? Yes.
Дата изготовления февраль 90.
Manufactured in February 99, so it's 13 years old.
Впечатляющая дата.
Impressive.
Так, ну что, 45?
45 degrees, yeah.
Олег, и значит...
Oleg, and as agreed,
2 секунды.
one rotation per 2 seconds.
45.
No faster. Does it look like 45 degrees, Oleg? Do you think I'm at 45 degrees?
Это приблизительно.
In any case, it's approximate.
Достаточно?
That's fine. It's approximate.
Вложил.
Okay, I have it folded. Go ahead, underneath the FGB.
Нет, теперь разворачиваем, врысканем.
Олег, сейчас производишь разворот.
Oleg, rotate right now.
Стрелка была параллельно оси X, да?
Such that the beam is parallel to the FGBX axis, rotating.
После того, как разворот...
Once you've rotated, please verify that your drives are latched because you're going to go help Anton install the other one. The drive is the pitch handle is closed, is latched. Copy.
Над Африкой идем, Антон.
Unintelligible.
А как все безопасно?
It's safe and the distance is maintained. I can see that. To the FGB. No obstacles.
Антон, значит, старайся, чтобы ты находился все время лицом к станции, так и поворачивай себя, чтобы ты видел все, что вокруг тебя происходит.
Do you see that? I can see the station.
Принято.
Copy.
Принято. Антон, расскажи сейчас.
Anton, tell us how you're secured using tethers, how you're tethered. Well, they're a little entangled. The short one is attached to the Strela handrail, and the long one is on the lanyard. I had to move from one side to the other. At the same time, it's parallel. The handle is latched. Okay, are you going to be on this side, Anton? No, I'm going to move because otherwise my tethers will become entangled. Proceed with the installation of the extension. Unintelligible, such that it's more convenient for you to work. Copy.
Spacewalkers Anton Skraplerov and Oleg Kononenko still working with the first of the two Strelas they're going to be using today. This is going to be the one that they actually uninstall from the Piers docking compartment and move to the Poise Community Research Module. That again is to get the Piers ready for its removal from the space station and deorbiting. It'll be replaced in the future by a different, a new airlock. And before they do get rid of it, they want to get these cranes and other equipment off of it. So this is one of the first steps on getting rid of that, or getting ready for that.
Oleg, are you too far? Yeah, my lanyard is snagged onto something, possibly hardware. Let me take a look. Anton, when you are translating, and when you open the latch of the extension base, you need to move the handle to the full open position. What are you saying? I'm secured for you to be able to install the extension. I am off. It's the wrenches. Anton, can you hear me now? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
To actually operate the Strela cranes, the crew stands on a base plate at its base that they lock into like a foot restraint, and then the controls are right there at the base as well. That allows them to extend the crane and point it in different directions, and they need to do some of that to get it in place to be removed by the second Strela, which is also located on the Piers docking compartment. You can see an animation here of how that procedure looks, with one crew member standing on the base plate and one at the end of the crane.
Extension base unit.
And here you can see how it's extended and then the end telescoped out to give it a nice long reach.
Exactly. To a hard stop.
Again, there are two of these located on the Piers docking compartment, and the crew will use the second of them to move this first one.
Copy. To full open. Oleg, which side do you want to be? Well, I'm already on this side. While I waited for you, unintelligible. Do you need help? It's out. Pull the tool caddy towards you. I am next. Is it secured? We need to check. Here they are. My folders. Can you move in closer? Yeah.
ту сторону. А с той стороны ты с этой останешься?
On the other side, everything is fine. Unintelligible. Too much noise.
А там с той стороны фалоса нет?
There are no tethers on the other side, right?
Ну, за что крепиться этих-то.
We need to think how you are to secure yourselves.
А с другой не получится? Да.
Too much
Сейчас с одной стороны.
noise. We're on the same side.
Так, сейчас она...
Too much noise.
А? Да.
Oleg, do you know?
Да.
Yeah.
Снизу? Да.
I'm taking it off.
Снимать? Ты распылил?
Did you? Unintelligible. Checking. Taking it off? Yes.
Я снял.
I'm off.
Проверь, у тебя там...
We need to check whether the tether is secured. It is. Mine is.
Так, подержи.
Hold on.
Держу. У меня короткий.
Unintelligible.
Держу. Мне тоже надо перейти.
This work with Estrelas that the crew is currently focusing on are one of the two main tasks of the spacewalk, and it should take more than 2 hours in all to complete. The second primary task would be the installation of some debris shields on this Zvezda service module, and that'll take another about 2 hours and 20 minutes before they wrap up the 6-hour-long spacewalk, which we are now 49 minutes into.
Move it to one.
Crew's running a little bit behind. They could make that time up as they get going with this Streller relocation, but about 15 minutes behind their timeline at this point.
In about 3 minutes, you are going to have a night pass. Unintelligible. Very good. Copy.
Ты с этой стороны пошел? А? С этой пошел? А с какой? С другой.
Hold on. Let me turn around.
No.
Which side? You are on the other side. Okay. I will need to grab onto the beam with in a different way. Okay, I'm grabbing on. Holding. Holding. Me too.
Так, ну давай в замочек попытаемся вставить.
Careful there. Let me approach and push it towards me. Okay, not too easy. Okay, insert it. Go ahead. Or are you trying to rotate? Yeah, I'm trying to rotate a little bit. Unintelligible. Okay, this is better. Let me check. The retainer is installed. Take out the slack. Ready? Are we doing the wrong thing or the right thing? I need to move back. It's supposed to tighten down. Okay, let's rotate it some more. Misha? You need to hold it, I guess. When we're told to tighten it, just rotates around itself. I'm holding it. Holding? Okay, great. Hold it. Did you mean the base latch? No, not the latch. Taking out the slack. I think it's pinched right now. It's almost there at the end. Oleg, when you are rotating the handle, the base is just rotating. It's not tied to hard stop. We have installed the retainer and the extension, and we left it on open. How copy, Misha? Can you run that by me again to verify? The latch is open, and the free play handle, I didn't see it closed when I was rotating it. Was the closed position next to your side, on your side? What are you talking about? The retainer on the latch of the extension, not the slack. When I installed, you installed the retainer, and I was locking the handle. Well, the handle is locked. I don't see it. That's why I was asking. The slack is out, taken out, right? Yeah. Okay, there's a button on the bottom. My arms are too short. Anton, you're working with a retainer right now. Yeah. Unintelligible. You're coming in noisy. Anton, could you press a button for me here? I am asking you to lower temperature. Who are you talking to? Anton. Anton, did the left side, is it working? Unintelligible. Is it on? Can you pull the tether? See, it's pinched there. Could you pull it out? Misha? The extension is installed. Copy.
Sounds like the two spacewalkers, Anton Shkaplerov and Oleg Kononenko, are moving ahead on their work with one of the two Strela cranes that they'll be using today, getting one set up so that it can remove the other from the Pirs docking compartment and install it on the mini research module number 2 at the hoist.
Such that the retainer not disengage. The retainer has been installed in the open position. The stem is extended. How copy, Misha? Copy. The pin is released. Then we need to reattach the tether to the closest chain, a link in the to the base. Here is the extension, and here is the tether that we need to relocate. Is this the tether? I'm pulling on it, yes. I am detaching it right now. Hold on. Then attach it to the closest link. Can you find a piece of beard here for me? Take a look at the closest to you. Well, we were asked to attach it to the edgemost one. Well, you are close to the edge. Yeah, it's attached. Misha, are you going? Can you hear me? And the other tether is attached to the extension. Yeah, I can see it. I need to rotate. Okay. Is that it? Yeah. Excellent. Misha, can you hear me? Yeah. Did you hear what we were told? The tether has one hook. No, I couldn't hear. We plan to attach one snap hook to the final link, and one is attached to the extension already. We can now move the extension. I'm going to use the short tether to go to the edge of the extension.
The Strela cranes are used similarly to how we use the Canada arm 2 on the U.S. side of the station, the robotic arm that allows crew members on spacewalks to be flown around the station. These aren't exactly like that. They're more like cranes. The crew member, though, would be on the end, and he could be maneuvered around different positions within their reach to give him a little bit of
so in order
larger area that he could access.
You can attach yourself to the handrail closest to you. I'm at the grapple fixture area. In order for you to move, you need to open the lock. There is one lock that you can open up. It's next to the handrail. And it's adjustable tether. It's number 1. Can you extend it? So I'm looking at the adjustable tether right now. Okay, I am checking opening and closing at the mobile unit, at the grapple fixture. Well, currently you don't need to check it out. You will do it later. Just now move it apart. All right, copy. What is inconvenient for you? Well, I was just saying it's more convenient to do it now. What you can do now is the lock. It's actually an orange handle with a ball. You can move it out. So am I correct that it's on my right? There are 2 positions, open and close. And you will see an arrow. An arrow will point to the open position. So that's what you need to do. Can you open it freely? The grapple fixture is it free? Yes, it is. So look at labeling number 2. So please check the movement. How is it moving? It's moving freely. And the grapple fixture unit is in place and it's moving freely. Copy. So now move it apart. Okay. It has been extended. Okay, it should be extending. Absolutely.
These Strela cranes are generally left folded up on the surface of the station, not extended as they are when they use. So you can hear them talking about, first of all, installing an extension. It's kind of the second half of the crane, and once that's installed, they can then extend it and allow the crane to telescope out. So that's what the crew members are working on. Again, they need to get the Strela that's going to be used to actually move the one that's being relocated, get that all extended so it has the reach it needs to remove the second Strela, or the first actually Strela 1 from the Piers module to the Poise mini research module. You can see how that actually works in this animation. This is the extension being installed, and there one end of it telescoping out, and then a second end will telescope out as well.
Right now, you go to the mobile unit and extend it to 90 degrees. So it should be extended. Okay, look at this handle. You should be rotating it. Copy. The mobile unit, so move it to 90 degrees. Please keep commenting. So this is the pitch position. So this handrail should move up and down. So that's the handrail on the right. Just move it to the side. Anton, at the grapple fixture, you will see a handle, and you need to do the same thing on the mobile unit. You will see a handle with a ball. You'll see labels open and close. And you should... Unintelligible. So you should move it forward. Are you successful? So it should go up and down. There are two positions only. Anton, do you see the handrails right now? So just move it to the right and extend it. Anton, do you see the DC shell right now? Yes. All right, we're moving it forward. Unintelligible. Okay, now help with your feet. Okay. So up to 90 degrees. So you should be moving it up to 90 degrees. So up to 90 degrees, that's all we're asking you currently. Anton, after you finish working with the mobile unit, please don't tighten it hardly. Don't tighten it to the hard stop. Just do a little bit. Soft tightening. Right now, okay, let's try again. Okay, I'm holding it right now. Okay, it's not holding on itself. So is it being locked? Is it in place? Completely in place? Yes, it is. Okay, great. Now it's moving. Fabulous. Okay, now it's moving to the progress, towards the progress. Okay. Okay, I cannot do it right like that. What is preventing you from doing it? I am attached to the mobile unit. Okay, on this side. So I'm on this side. I need to attach to something. Anton, right now we'll be rotating to the opposite side, to the other side, Misha. Anton is holding to this side, so we are rotating it to the other side. Okay, then we have to tighten it in place. Okay, Anton is securing it in place right now, but don't tighten it up. Understand. Okay, now moving to the operator's post then. Unintelligible? Okay, you go to the operator's workstation. All right, I will do that.
As you can see, we're getting video now from the station and can get a better idea of what the crew members are up to on orbit.
That's good.
View is looking directly at the
slide wire. Can I attach
Piers docking compartment where the two spacewalkers are, looks like getting the the first Strela ready and secured to the second Strela so that it can be moved.
Well, you see this handrail, and the slide wire should be attached. Well, a wire tie, and look at the hook. Okay, Strela has so much stuff on it. Unbelievable. Well, Anton, I'm trying to attach it. Misha, please check your camera. And I'm checking the hook right now also. Excellent, Anton. We can see you.
Do you hear from Anton Skaplarov's camera? He has that up-close look at the surface of the Strela as he
Anton.
and Skaplarov work on it, or he and Kononenko work on it, rather.
All right, now.
Антон, расскажи, пожалуйста, что ты сейчас можешь видеть?
Anton, can you please comment on what you can see right now? I see cities under me. He's either a philosopher or a poet. What else am I supposed to see? Well, the worksite, maybe. The structure. We're interested in what you see in terms of the structure. Well, am I correct in my understanding that we'll be extending the Strela right now? Okay, now we'll start the motion. Not much. The closest structure I have is the FGB solar arrays and MRM1 and nothing else that might be of a hazard. Anton, yes? Please tell me, can you have a good view of DC-1 shell solar arrays of the FGB US radiator? Solar arrays I can see. The radiator is a little bit far away. I can see it, but it's a little bit far away. Yes, it's in the visibility zone. Okay, you can start moving slowly and steadily. Yes, the solar rays are in a good view right now. Okay, I'm trying to control the movement and let me rotate. Let me move around. The ring will stay in place. The pressure is 038. Oleg, have a look. The mobile unit has an ability to snag itself upon something. Yes, absolutely. So we need to be very watchful. Okay, and the extension, I'm not sure how far should I extend it so you'll be able to extend it to the magnet lock. Okay, let's extend it a little bit and then see whether we need to adjust it. Okay, let's do it. Can you feel it? Guys, can you tell me if you see the PHO? No, I'm facing with my back, and we're extending it forward, so the opposite direction. Unintelligible. Go ahead. You need to figure out which plane you're facing the mobile unit. Well, let me have a look. The mobile unit is pointing FGB right now. If you're interested whether it's plane 4 or 2, then it's towards plane 2, where we have cupola. Copy. So the mobile unit should be lowered towards the DC shell. So after you move it, beyond the workstation 1 of the Strela. So, Anton, in this case, we need to move it 90 degrees to the left. I just don't see you.
Team on the ground in Moscow working to get kind of a working knowledge of exactly where the Strela is located and pointing at this point. Heard them mention the FGB. We call that the Zarya here, and it said it was pointing towards that. And, of course, the DC is the Piers docking compartment.
Face towards me, so my feet are facing DC. Okay, understand. Okay, so please start moving it towards this location. Well, I think we need to roll the mobile unit. It should be moving along the roll. Well, just be careful. Guys, can you hear me? Yes, we can. All right. Have a look. When you start rotating it, well, I'm not touching you right now. Okay? Right now, you should rotate the mobile unit along the roll axis. Copy. So FGB will touch FGB then? No. We'll just rotate it, and we need to stabilize it along the roll axis, the grapple fixture. Well, there is a lock, the angle lock, as it were, so it will help you stabilize. Well, that's the one that we were rotating it, so we kind of locked it. Well, we should have locked it in the opposite direction then. Right now, the flag that you see, you need to move it to the roll axis. Well, right now we're very close to FGB, so let me move Strela to the left a little bit, so that'll be better. Anton, please tell me. Okay, Misha, let us move to the left, away from the FGB. Copy. I have a question. From what I can see from the camera view, the anchor or the lock that you see kind of slid behind the handrail. So that is not correct. We should take it from under the handrail. Okay, is that good? That is good right now. Make sure that both locks are located vertical. So are they still in place, both of them? Yes, they are. So if they are moving or sliding, then you should tighten them up. Okay, I was able to touch one. It's nominal. Let me touch the second one and check it. Well, as far as I could tell, it's stable. All right, so now we are rotating it along the roll axis. You rotated it too much along the roll axis. Well, the mobile unit, are we going to release it? We don't want to touch FGB. We understand. But you're a little bit too far. So now we need to start moving it in the opposite direction. Stop. Just stop. I'm stopping. Misha, am I correct in my understanding that one of the lock it works along the roll axis? Understand, but you need to move it to the open position and then move the mobile unit along the roll axis. Okay, we'll try. We'll do our best. And Anton, just be careful. Can you see it? Yes, I can see it, and it's not going to touch it. In order for me to rotate it, I'll need to move it in the opposite direction. Okay, I'm raising it. Shall I come closer to you? Well, it stopped rotating. Okay, it's holding along the tether. Okay, now the cover turned forward. Well, and it's not rotating anymore, so that's good. Misha, we cannot open it fully. As you mentioned, there are two positions, open and close, so the ring is in the way. Can you see it, Oleg? I can see it. Oleg, where are you right now? I'm at the operator's post. Copy. So please monitor. Make sure that the Strela structure is away from FGB and it's parallel to FGB. Well, let us release the mobile unit. We want to move it just to make sure. Well, and Misha, I cannot fix it in place because everything is rotating. I don't have a lever or anything to kind of stabilize it. Am I clear in my explanation? Understand. So basically, it's very close to the progress. Do you see the mobile unit? It's facing the progress right now. Shall I continue in the same direction? Well, basically, you should in the same direction. Well, something is in its way, so I cannot do it. Well,
crew's still working to get Strela number 2. It's going to be used to kind of do the heavy lifting for the spacewalk into place and ready to grab onto the Strela number 1. It's going to be moved to the Poised Mini Research Module. You can see in this view Oleg Kononenko at the base of Strela 2 at the operator's post, as he called it. That is where the actual maneuvering is done, and then Anton Shaplerov at kind of the middle joint of the crane. They're working to get the Strela 2 maneuvered so that it is the boom is towards the Zvezda service module, and then the end extends towards the Poised Mini Research Module.
Oleg, can you see me? Can I rotate it clockwise? Well, you're going to the old position. We should actually place it in parallel to FGB. Well, I'm talking about the mobile unit. Well, my feet are facing DC right now. Okay, then we should kind of be bending it this way. So I'm perpendicular to DC right now. Okay, and that's how you should turn it. Do you see where the mobile unit is at? Yes, it's right above you. Okay, just bend it this way. Will it move downwards a little bit more? What do you mean downwards? Well, it's 90 degrees. It will not be able to move further down.